you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. Just want to tell you, Lord, I love you more than anything. Oh, I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. Just want to tell you, Lord, I love you more than anything. I hope you all are having a great and wonderful day. It is noon in most of the East Coast here. I hope that you all are having a great and wonderful day. I am looking at a camera and I'm also checking my comment section. So if you are with me today, please say hello. And I'm not going to be very long. I was blessed with a extra day to sort of be able to reflect and be able to just share and thank you all for my birthday wishes on Friday. And I just wanted to stop in and share a couple of things that has been running through my mind. I started to give you guys 43 things for the 43rd year of my life, but I said, let me not do that. So I'm going to share just a few things that has been running through my mind, and hopefully it will help you today. Hopefully it will be beneficial to you in some way, shape, or form. So as you have stopped in today for my Tay Talk, again, I want to thank you for stopping in. I know that during this time period, many of us are either working from home remotely, or some people are, have been furloughed. Some people are unemployed. And so you might be trying to work out and trying to figure out what are you going to be doing with your time? What are you going to be doing in this season? What does God really have set for you to do during this time? So as I was thinking this morning, I was thinking about some things. I do have 43 points, but I'm definitely not going to share them all. So I'm just going to share a couple of things that I feel led to share with you all this afternoon. And again, hopefully this will help you in some way, shape, or form. So things to remember as I continue my growth as an adult and as a fellow human being. The first thing I want to remind people of, as this is Monday Motivation, hello Lady Iantha and hello Pastor Ben. First thing I want to remind people of is to show up for your own life. Show up for your own life. Nobody is responsible for showing up for you more than you are responsible for showing up for yourself. So make sure that in all things, I know we have expectations of people, but make sure that you have an expectation of yourself, right? That you are showing up for your life. Show up for the kind of life that you want to live. Show up for the kind of life that you are creating. People often say that our present is a product of the things that we have declared in our past, and I am a believer of that. I believe that I'm sitting in a part of the promise that God spoke over my life and over my family's life and over my life as a married couple. So definitely, I believe that we have a responsibility to show up for our life. Was there days that I didn't want to show up for my own life? Absolutely. Absolutely. We went through a few years of rough times where I just didn't feel like getting up to endure another day of it, because it felt like Groundhog Day. I don't know if some of you have seen that film, where it seems like you're doing the same thing over and over again and nothing is really changing, right? But I learned in that time period that I have to show up for my own life. I can't expect anybody to be more present for me than I am for myself. The other thing, don't wait for applause. Don't wait for applause. I'm going to say it one more time. Don't wait for applause. All right? There are some people, unfortunately, who will watch you struggle. They will watch you climb, right? They will watch you get thrown into the pit. They will watch you climb out. They will watch you clean yourself up. They will watch you become victorious. They will watch you become triumphant, and they still won't clap. In other words, don't wait for applause, right? Keep it moving. Do what God has told you to do in this season, in this hour, and in this time. Don't wait for applause. Don't wait for somebody to say, I knew you could do it. Don't wait for somebody to say, I believe in you, or any of those things. Those are nice, right? But I learned that those things are the cherry on top of the life that I am creating, right? By my own personal choices. So don't wait for applause. It's nice if people applaud. Don't get me wrong. It's a great feeling, but don't live your life just for that feeling. It really should be the cherry on top of your own work. It really should be. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I am just sharing some things that Lord laid on my heart. As I said, I was joking earlier. I said, I really have 43 things in 43 years, but I'm not going to do that to y'all this afternoon. I'm just going to share a few. So the first thing, show up for your own life. Show up for your own life. Number 2, don't wait for applause. Applause should be the cherry on top of your own efforts, your own work that you are producing and putting out. Hello, husband. Number 3, do it because you're called to it. Do it because you're called to it. So many people get stuck in the rat race of a comparative call. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That came straight from him. So many people get caught up in the rat race of a comparative call, meaning you're only doing it because you saw somebody else do it. You're only invested in it to the degree that you think somebody else is prospering from it, right? And therefore, because it's not what you're called to, when the going gets tough and the road gets rough and the attacks come on your life because of something that you're not called to, but you're in a competitive rat race. When those attacks come, you're not able to withstand because it's not something you were called to, right? There are things in our life that God has graced us for. He's graced us to do it, right? Sometimes we look at people and we look at how many things they may have going on, and it seems like, man, if I were doing those things, I would be juggling, right? I'd be struggling to keep up. But it seems as if they're able to do this effortlessly. Many times it's because they're graced to do it. They're graced to do it. All right? So do it because you're called to it. Whatever it is, do it because you're called to it. Not because you are doing it because you're trying to compare your life, or you're kind of trying to compare your destiny or your journey to somebody else's. If you're not called to it, it could literally kill you. It could take you out before your time. So do it because you are called to it. Good afternoon, everybody. And good evening, Lady Judeska. So here's the other piece. The Lord said, don't let intimidation run your life. Don't let intimidation run your life. And then he highlighted for me, I saw the word intimidation just flash across my mind. And he pulled out the word timid, and he began to highlight that word, and he said, get the timidity out. You got 30 days to work on your timidity. All right? Those of you who think that humility is timidity, it's not. All right? Go look up the word timid. Find out what timidity is and work on getting that out. Because some of us are shrinking ourselves. Some of us are shrinking our potential. Some of us are shrinking our possibility because we think it's humility. And it's not. The Lord said it's timidity. And you've been hiding behind timidity because you feel intimidated many times by what God is actually calling you to. Sometimes it's not a person that's intimidating us. Sometimes it is the call itself that's intimidating us. It's, can I fill this role? Can I really please God doing this? Some of us are not afraid of failing people. Some of us are just afraid of failing God. God, what if I step out in this and I don't please you? What if I step out in this and I fail or I flunk? And I don't want to disappoint you, so I'm just not going to step out at all. I'll cheer on other people, right? I'll think that that's humility because I will cheer on other people. But that's not humility. That's timidity. When you are not stepping into who God called you to be, when you are not stepping into your power and you're waving from the sideline for everyone else, that's timidity. And God says the next 30 days, you need to get the timidity out so you can stop being intimidated by your own call, by the greatness of the thing that God has called for you to do in this hour. And it's not up to whether anybody else thinks that it's a great thing for you to do. It's your responsibility to do the thing that God has called you to do in this hour. Okay? Then he said, less busyness, more being. Less busyness, more being. Oftentimes, again, we confuse our activity with productivity. Sometimes, again, we could be avoiding the very thing that God is calling us to do by just getting busy. And so, stepping back, reflecting, am I being the person you call me to be, or am I simply involved in a lot of activity and a lot of busy work? And people see my life moving, but it's definitely not moving in the direction that I'm called to. So I can walk in a circle all day and people look at me and say, oh, she's moving, right? But if I'm not moving in the direction in which God has called me to, that's still a problem. Again, 30 days. We have 30 days, 31 days, however you're calculating that, right? To work on these things. Again, this is Monday Motivation. So, it's a couple things that the Father laid out to me. Here's another thing. He said, don't feel pressured to finish before He has told you to finish it. Some of us have not started. And those of us who have started, there's a pressure for some of you. Some of you are feeling like, I gotta finish this by December 31st. You gotta step back again and ask yourself, did God set that timeline or did I set it? Did He tell me to start it? Did He tell me to initiate it? Am I going to need more training? Am I going to need coaching? Am I going to need consultation? What all am I going to need for this thing so that when it does launch, it's launching successfully? It's not launching because I set an imaginary timetable to get it done. Some of us are putting undue pressure on our own lives, on our own vision, on our own calling, because we're putting these imaginary timetables that God didn't necessarily put. And so one of the things I heard the Spirit say very clearly this morning is that God has your timetable set out. For some of you, you're starting. That's what He requires of you before this year is out. I need you to start. I need you to start the business. I need you to get your LLC. I need you to get pen and paper. I need you to go into the store and get a journal and start writing your story. What can you get done in the next 30 days? Not what can you finish. What can you get done in the next 30 days? Sometimes we hear the word start and we automatically think, oh my gosh, I've got to be this. I've got to be like the success gurus, right? I got to do a 30-day. I've got to do a 60-day. I've got to do a 90-day. I've got to do the 75-day challenge in 30 days. Okay? Don't try that, okay? Do what God has told you to do. Start the thing that the Father has told you to start. Next thing. Don't be the person. Don't be the person who never benefits from your own knowledge and skill. I'm just going to let you sit with that for a moment. Don't be the person who never benefits from your own knowledge and skill. There are some of you who have been dispensing wisdom for years, and people take your wisdom, they go apply it, they're successful, they're making 6 figures off of the one idea that you gave them 10 years ago. All right? And the Father is saying it's time for some of you to benefit from the knowledge and skills that you yourself have acquired. It is. It is time for you to benefit from the knowledge and skills that you yourself have acquired. It's not you trying to brag. It's not you, trying to put on airs. It's what you know. It's what you've invested in yourself. It's the classes you've taken. It's the degree you hold that some of you are not even working in the degree that you actually hold. All right? That literally is the key to some of your wealth for 2021. All right? You might not be working in it, but you have skills and knowledge that you have gone to school for. And the Father says it's time now for you to begin to benefit from the knowledge and the skills that you possess. One more time. He said, do not be the one who never benefits from your own knowledge and skills. Good afternoon, Lady Latoya. All right? Couple more. He said this. Count on yourself more than you count on the future supporters. Count on yourself more than you count on the future supporters. One more time. Count on yourself more than you count on the future supporters. Is help coming? Yes. Until help gets there, make sure you're counting on yourself. Make sure that you're not letting things fall to the wayside in the hopes that someone else is going to come along and support you and undergird you. Can we delegate things? Yes, we can. Can we outsource things, right? We can do all of that. If you don't know how to do that, go to Fiverr.com, okay? There's lots of services on there that you can outsource for a really inexpensive price if you're starting out, right? But he said, count on yourself more than you count on the hopeful supporter. Hopeful supporters are not yet solidified. Hopeful supporters are not yet solidified. So until the support comes, I've got to gird up myself for whatever I'm called to do. Support is nice. It's wonderful. But until it comes, I've got to gird up myself, gird up the loins of my mind for what I am called to do. Most people, most successful leaders, if you really read some of their biographies, Many of them learned to do everything that was involved in their business, not because they wanted to per se, but because the support was not yet established. The people were not yet there, right? And so, yeah, there may be times as a new business person that you are the one that's sending the emails. You are the one that's mailing off the packages. I still personally mail off my packages because I want to have a personal touch to my product. And I want to, write things to people who are supporting my product, right? So there are certain things about whatever you're called to do, you still may want to have that specific hand in, right? But then there's other things that you can delegate. But I heard this very strongly. Count on yourself more than you count on the hopeful support. But don't give up, because help is coming. Here's another thing. Do not skip your reflection time. This is going to be hard for a lot of people. I get it. I totally understand. I empathize. Let me say it that way, because everybody's situation is different. Okay? Do not skip your reflection time with the Father. Just don't do it. And here's the thing. Even well-meaning loved ones can eat up your thinking and reflection space with their requests. Set some time aside so you can do nothing but reflect and think. I know this is very simple, but this is what the Father gave me today to share with you, okay? This is Monday Motivation. Even well-meaning loved ones can eat up your thinking and reflection space with their requests. Set your time aside and be consistent. Set your time aside and be consistent. And here's the thing. As you are consistent with your own life, as you're consistent with caring for your own soul, even the people who didn't respect your time, they will begin to respect your time. But if you are always relinquishing that time, right? If you are always setting aside, and as Lady Latoya just wrote in her blog, Lady Latoya, please drop that blog link today in this comment. If you're always abandoning yourself for other people, you're going to find yourself in a place of depletion. Again, even well-meaning loved ones, children, spouse, best friends, business partners, whoever it is, even well-meaning people can eat up your thinking time, your reflection time. Don't allow it to happen. Again, you have about 31 days to reflect, to reset, because you're going to need your mind. You're going to need your mind for 2021. And you're going to need an unencumbered mind for 2021. And the pace of 2021 is going to be going so fast that you're going to need a mind that can adjust quickly. Point blank. There are people who are still living in an old paradigm. Now, Holy Spirit, I wasn't about to go here, but thank you. Somebody just pray for me for a moment. Okay? Listen closely. I already know somebody is, I'm not going to say it, but whoever needs to hear it, they'll need to hear it. Okay? There are people who are still buying buildings when God has clearly sent a message to humanity right now that aeon, okay, that eon is coming to a close. So don't be distracted by what you see people doing in an old eon, when you know God is putting you into the future. Do not be distracted by what you see people producing out of a past move when God has called you to the future. Okay, The future is for the faith-filled. Somebody needs to write that down and carry it over into 2021. The future is for the faith-filled. Moving on. As long as you wake up, a fresh start is available. As long as you wake up, a fresh start is available. I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care what happened last night. I don't care if somebody, you felt like your whole world was falling apart last night. If you woke up today, a fresh start is available. You have to decide, am I going to take the fresh start? I can't change anything that happened yesterday all the way back to January the 1st, 2020. But I can start today. I can make up my mind today. I can change today. I can change my attitude right now. I can change my associations right now. I can delete, block, unfriend, unfollow, take a break from right now. And here's the thing. Nobody deserves a fresh start. Nobody. But we all get one. Nobody deserves a fresh start, but we all get one. So you have to decide what you're going to do with it. Are you going to let people from yesterday, whatever happened yesterday, are you going to let them drag that into today, or are you going to take your fresh start today? Because some of you need a fresh start, like right now. That's it. Somebody needs to make a whole new Facebook page right now. Because there's things on your old page that no longer look like where you are right now. And some of y'all have been hedging like, should I close down this page? I don't know. Should I tell people I'm going to open a new page? Clean slate, fresh start. And that, for some of you, is going to solve about 90% of the problems you've had with people who are surveilling your life but won't support your work. I just see, yeah. There are people that are surveilling your life, but they won't support you. You need a clean slate. All right. I'm almost done. Here's another one. Give more than you take from people. Give more than you take from people. You have 31 days to set the equilibrium of your life, to reset it by giving more than you take from people. I am a witness this year alone, just in setting my intention to give more, to literally go out looking for people to give more to. I'm not just talking to friends or the pseudo spiritual blessing up and all this other stuff that people are doing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about widows, orphans, poor, the ill, starving. Okay? Not giving to your favorite personality. Okay? Setting your intention to give more than you take from people. And I can't tell you the ways in which my life has opened up, like abundance has opened up in my life just by recalibrating how I see humanity. Okay? Give more than you take from people. And the more that you give, I'm telling you, abundance will open up in your life, and you'll literally be like, okay, how much more of this can I give? Because I see that the more that I give, that abundance continues to open up and expand in my life. 2 more points. 2 more points and I'll be done. Okay? The Holy Spirit spoke this to me last night. I was just laying down and he began to just speak this phrase to me, and then today he explained it. Okay? He said, doubt, fear, and faith are all energies. Doubt, fear, and faith are all energies. The question is, what kind of energy do you want to be operating in? What kind of energy do you want to be operating in your life? Doubt, fear, and faith are all energies. And then this is what he said this afternoon. He said, doubt energizes paralyzation. Doubt energizes paralyzation. So if your life feels like it's on hold, it's paralyzed, things aren't moving, you're feeling as though there is something that has kept you and blocked you from moving forward, I want you to check within and ask yourself, what am I doubting? Am I doubting myself? Am I doubting my abilities? Am I doubting that God can do it? More specifically, am I doubting that God can do it for me? I can believe for everybody else, but am I doubting that God can do it for me? Because that is an energy. So, free yourself up today by addressing your doubts. Number 2, fear. Doubt energizes paralyzation. Fear energizes procrastination. If you look around your home and you have things you've started, but you have not finished, go to your computer. How many books have you started that you have not finished? How many things that you said that you were going to do that you haven't gotten to yet? Fear energizes procrastination. So again, you got to address, what am I afraid of? Am I afraid of failure? Am I afraid of success? Am I afraid that if I do so well, people are going to expect me to do it again? Am I afraid that if I succeed, there's a group of people who are going to want to attach to my success? I know we don't want to talk about that. I don't want to be too successful because I have a group of people in my life that will attach to my success in a very unhealthy way. But if I don't do anything, if I don't present myself in a certain way, then I can avoid the unnecessary conflict and confrontation that's going to come with me telling these people, not this year. No ma'am and no sir. You haven't been here. You haven't been supportive. You haven't been around. So no, this door is closed. And so because we don't want to have the uncomfortable conversations, because we don't want to have the hard conversations, we let procrastination lead our life. But the real root is fear. Fear of what and who is going to attach itself to me should I really go forward. So again, some of you need a new page. Just being. Okay? So doubt energizes paralyzation. Fear energizes procrastination. And faith energizes the future. Again, it's all energy. But which energy are you operating in? Are you in doubt? Are you in fear? Or are you in faith? Faith energizes your future. Last thing, Is that the last thing? Oh God, no, it's not. 5 more things. I'm so sorry. All right. Follow the unction of the Holy One. God is never trying to lead you astray. You never have to worry about God running you off the road. God is not trying to lead you astray. One more time. God is not trying to lead you astray. 2021. There's 2 words God gave me for 2021. And I'm just waiting for him to expound. But I do have permission to tell you what the words are. 2021. Manifest sons. It's not going to be an external voice leading many of you in 2021. It's going to be the unction of the Father. So you have to learn to listen to the inner man, the inner spirit, guided by the Holy One. Okay? Again, follow the unction of the Holy One. God is not trying to lead you astray. God is not trying to lead you astray. He's not going to lead you into something that's going to bring you harm. Which leads me to the next point. And then I have 4 more, okay? Don't leave your brain behind. Do not leave your brain behind. I know we're in a time where emotions are high. I get it. I know we're in a time where we're looking to connect with humanity, right? We're looking to feel. We're looking for someone to empathize with us. But I heard the Father say, don't leave your brain behind. He gave you a heart, but he also gave you a mind. Make sure you don't leave your brain behind. Think, reason, discern, use discretion. Don't leave your brain behind. Take care of your body, your soul, and your spirit. Take care of your body, your soul, and your spirit. Oh boy, here we go. So, I love my people. I do. I love my melanated family. I love the melanated universe. But we cannot be so take care of your spirit, and we're ignoring what's going on in our soul realm. And we're ignoring what's happening in our bodies. Simple things. Taking your vitamins. Some of you say, well, I don't take vitamins. You better take some before 2021. You got 31 days to reset your body. Taking vitamins, drinking more water, building your immune system for what is coming. Because I know, yes, we're dealing with COVID, right? And we're moving into flu season. But there are other things coming that your immune system is going to need to withstand. So take care of your body, your soul, and your spirit. Therapy is a God thing. There's a word called therapeuo, where Jesus met with the woman at the well. He was therapeuo. He was talking her into healing. All right? So don't avoid taking care of your soul, your body, and your spirit. When given back time, use it wisely. Use it wisely. This pandemic, we know, threw many people off, right? People have more time. Some of us have more time than we know what to do with. Some of you have been given back time with your families in ways that you could not have imagined January 1st, 2020. Some of you have been given time to actually see what your children are doing, see who your teenagers' friends are, see what your children are involved in, see what the school is teaching your children. You've been given opportunities into insights that you would have been too busy to notice January 1st, 2020. Don't take for granted the insights that you are receiving in this time. Don't take for granted the information that you're learning about your children, the things that your children are interested in that you didn't know they were interested in. Don't take for granted this opportunity to realign yourself with the Holy One, with the Spirit of God. Last thing, affirm yourself. You, not Prophetess Tutu Tango. You are the first prophet to your future. You are. So affirm yourself today. Get in the mirror, look at yourself, and talk to yourself about your future. Don't wait for someone else to affirm how you see yourself in the future. Begin to speak into your own life the future that you want. I'll never forget this. The Holy Spirit said to me, he said, Shantae, I want you to magnify what you want to multiply. If you don't want it to multiply in your life, if you don't want it to magnify, if you don't want it to get bigger, then you better stop magnifying what you don't want to multiply. You better stop magnifying the things that you do not want to grow and crop up and spread. Okay? So I'm going to be humorous for a moment. Okay? If you don't want your thighs to multiply, then you better do the things that will stop the magnification, okay? So only magnify what you want to multiply. All right? And that's not just, that doesn't just apply to eating habits. That applies to all areas of your life. What do you want to magnify? Do you want peace to multiply in your life? Then magnify the things that bring peace. Do you want joy to multiply in your life? Then magnify the things that bring joy. Okay? If you want discord to multiply in your life, start magnifying discord. Magnify what you want to multiply. All right? Pastor Ben reminded me, we have been studying on my daily broadcast, which I will actually be on at 6 p.m. on Periscope. That's where I meet daily. So if you enjoyed today, you can join me there Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Fridays, we have been doing our Healthy, Wealthy, Wise segment, and we have been studying DNA and genetic coding. And there was a sequence of genetic codes, but they could not unlock all the other codes until they figured out the very first genetic code that was made out of 3 letters. And you know what those letters are? U. That is the first code in every human being that was discovered that unlocks all of your other genetic codes. How profoundly prophetic is that? That literally God has built into your genetic coding that in order to unlock everything else about you, it starts with you. And so on that, which leads us back to the first point today, which is show up for your own life. Show up for your own life. So I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope that what I've said today, I hope it's been a blessing to you. I hope it's been of benefit to you. I simply felt unction today to get on to Facebook and share with you some Monday motivation. Thank you all for chiming in. Thank you for sharing your comments. Thank you for sharing this broadcast. And I'm just going to end with a little bit of a song, and then I'll be signing off. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord, for he alone is worthy. For he alone is worthy. For he alone is worthy. Christ the Lord. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day and get to it. God bless.